The parsha tells us the parsha Yishlach Vayokom Balai Bahu, and Avinu gets up in the night. Vayikach eshtei noshav eshtei shevchoiso v'sacharaso yelodov vayavor es ma'avar yaboik. Yaakov Avinu is transporting his family. He gets up in the middle of the night. It's part of the plan to be successful. Vayavor es ma'avar yaboik. The pasuk says, "V'sacharaso yelodov." So Rashi, what a Rashi. V'dino heichen hoisa. Nothing gets taken. Nothing is. V'dino heichen hoisa. Where was Dino? He had 12 children. He didn't have Binyamin yet. He had 11 boys and 1 girl. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, it was a girl. They put on the door one time. I saw it was a girl. A lady, she had like 4, she finally had a girl, like 6. She said, oh boy, it's a girl. Anyway, he had a girl, Dina. So where was she? Nosna b'teva v'no'al b'foneh. He put her into a box. He boxed her in. V'no'al b'foneh. He didn't only just have a box. He mamish locked it with a, mamish like we're locking up the room. He locked it up. Shelo yitem bo Esav einov. That Esav should not put his eyes on her. L'chach nenash Yaakov. Because of this Maisa, Yaakov was nenash shenimno shemono mi'achiv. He held back Dina from his brother. Shema tachsirenu l'mutov v'nofla b'yad Shechem. Maybe to be able to return him l'mutov. Machzor this Rosh Marusha. She's going to, all of a sudden, this little girl from Beis Yaakov, all the Rebbes, the Pesach Kron came to give him a shicha, with all the great speakers, came out, they gave him mama's tremendous chizuk, and so V'shaldava Esav still, to Rosh Hamarusha, he was lived by a great tzaddik. It wasn't even, the Negel Vaser Rebbe, he lived by mamash. As we saw, they was very good. I don't know, have a shpor. He lived by Yisroel Avinu. He was an Einokel, and his grandfather was Avram Avinu. It's the God, the Tzaddik Hador Shaykh Avram Avinu. People want his presence, they changed over. Avram Makarev, anybody gave his presence. Avram's not Makarev. Nothing. He goes out, and he has Avram, Yitzchak and Rivka send out, could you go visit your grandfather at least on the way out? Yeah, sure, because I'm. And on the way to his grandfather, he kills a few people, murders them to death, strangles them. Listen, what other way do you go to Grandpa's house? On the way to Grandpa's house, we're on the way. He's on the way to Grandpa. He murdered a few people, raped a few women. He comes in to visit. Did you visit? Yeah, I had a great time today. A little tired. Why are you so tired? You just visited an old man. Well, he needed some help. What is that blood on your hands? Well, Grandpa Abe had a bloody nose. I had to rub his nose. Wow, it's an awful lot of blood. I hope he's okay. What is going on? So Avraham Avinu can't be Makarev. Yitzchak Avinu, Shem ve'evi sends him in, nothing. Who's going to come? Little Dina for the Beit Yaakov. She's going to give him. She's going to change his life. But because of that, she got punished. It's one of the Shvester Rashi's in Chumash. But Pella de Gazach, he mono me alchiv. So one deher the Muslims for him say, but I want to only on the deher Rabbi said. And this is the big yisod. There was a tiny that if we take the Rashi, Shemona mi ochiv. We know who's his brother. And the yisod of Dvarim is Rabbi say family is something that you have an extra chiyuv to worry about. The Gemara says in Soif Makis, bring me a Gemara 24a. The Gemara says over there, the Gemara is talking about the great miles a person has to be zercha. Says the Gemara 24a. Says the Gemara. The one is to ask the pasuk. Who's going to be next to Hashem? The cherpa nosal kroiv. He didn't take the shame because of his courage. If you want to dwell with Hashem, pasuk says the cherpa nosal kroiv. The person who's your korev, the closer you have a korev, you have more responsibility. The pasuk says if you have an oni. A person, a relative who's oni, who doesn't have money, you have to take care of your brother. Hashem made blood relatives and family members in order that not only we just grow up in the same house and we eat the same chocolate pudding that our mother serves us. It's not only about jello. It's not about sharing the pulki you like to have. It's about the Kodesh Baruch brought you as one family. You have to be doig. Also, then there's a dinner between your if you have the proximity, you grow up close together, you have a different responsibility. And your responsibility towards them. And the Chaim Yaakov Avinu on his madrega had a bigger chiyuv to be doyeg for Ochiv. Hagam, he was Esav Rosh, and Hagam that he wanted to kill him. But at least he should have been doyeg to think, Ula, maybe there could be a change. It's possible. The fact that he went away with a diligence, before I'm saying noal before now, there's the emphasis in Rashi. He didn't only put her in the box. It was noal before now. He put a lock on the box. That so much so, it should have been in his mind a krechs. My brother Esav, what's going to be with him? Maybe he could change. To think carefully, the boys. It's the responsibility of a kol hakor, somebody who's your brother, somebody who's close to you, someone who's your friend, to think deeply. Maybe, just maybe that ever crashed. Let's feel it. It could have been if it wasn't normal before now. He did it with such diligence. He would have thought about going to some parsha. He would have thought about it a little more. It would have had that rachmanis bim, and yet he would have passed it anyway. That maybe I have to keep Dina out away from him. But it would have been with such Lafi Madrek also a non-caring. There was a kind on Yaakov. That's one Yisod of we could say, but it's based on the Foreshim of But I was thinking another Yisod, Baruch Hashem, I found it's in Murdik in the Sifter Chom. I thought of this pshat also, but it's a big chiddush. But Zok the Helik Sifter Chom, b'shem the Nachlas Yankiv, the Sivis. Because it says beforehand that Leah was mishaber. Leah cried her eyeballs out. She had Chinese eyes, because she cries so much. She cried her eyeballs out. And the Gemara says that Chazal said it was a shmach, with 80 Leah rakos, that she shouldn't be this davik. So the Shani Leah, for Fishva Oises man hoya Rosh gong, the Lochar Noshel Anosh, the Osa Aveis Chamuris. V'yev shel achzir b'mutav. L'fikir maskir l'shvach. That's what's the shvach there. Aber achshav shenichmeru racham aval Yaakov v'noshkoi b'chol liboy ikel l'meimah shem et hasver l'mutav. The pshat is what we say. That Yaakov judged Esav that he was still. No, it's not so parsha because there were Rosh that said that he's coming across but it couldn't be Rabbi that Yaakov had a plan to have nichmeru machamov. I wanted to touch uptight. I don't know if this is what they. The passion in Nachas Yaakov is saying in parsha that Esav could have changed, and we see he was changed. So therefore, Yaakov should have uptight, and maybe there's a change. And that also goes into the Yisroel that if you taka thinking about Esav and have made it, he's my brother. And therefore, he should have made a new uptouch, a new shatzing up of what's the matzah, because it's my brother, it's not stam. I gotta care about my brother. Maybe there's a change, maybe, just maybe. And there was a change. Let's say Nocha Knech over here, that Yaakov had a plan of Beisai, how to open up the heart of Yosef over here. He had a plan how he's going to open up his heart. The mahalach of the shtach avoya, the how of the thing. That wasn't just stam Rabbi saying, just flat. Yaakov knew that this was a mahalach, how to cause Esav to be humbled, and to cause him to be humbled, and to cause Yaakov to enter a certain type of ava towards his life, because when a person is neg with another person ba'ava, when a person's angry at you, upset at you, or something like that, and you come across it, you don't neg back with him with anger, but you are neg with him. You start to have a feeling of ava towards him, a feeling of love to him, a feeling of geschmack towards him. You can change. You can change his attitude. See somebody upset at you, start thinking of good towards him, start thinking of ava towards him, start thinking of positive towards him. You could change his home and see it's good in Bein, it's good in Shalom Bayis. You come home and l'maisa at the end of the day, you didn't pick up your socks again. The smell is still reeking from last year. Still those socks are growing mold over them. Your wife has been asking you very, very calmly and nicely. And now she's getting a little bit angry, I would say. She has a baseball bat in her hand. I don't know if she ever played sport, but she found your old baseball bat. And she wants to hit a home run. The problem is there's no ball. And your head is on the way in, from those smelly socks. What do you do to Boisai? How do you handle it? You come home and you say something nice to Boisai. Wow, what a beautiful aroma not from the socks, obviously, from the supper that's coming out. There's no supper on the thing. That's your smelly socks again. Well, you look so beautiful tonight. How come only I have such a big bat in my hand? I never heard that before. I have to try to change my mahala. Oh boy, have you decided. The kids are, but Lamaisi, you come and say a few times when you said that, a person did read Kol Nachas, you say something, you soften, but even the feeling in your heart was, you feel out of it with somebody, it's a murder gazah. The way you look towards a certain person, the Maisa, that's how a person can change his way. So he right now had the koyach of nichmur racham. He created a certain racham in Esav's heart. So since he knew he was to use that mahach with Esav, at that moment there could be a hira tshuva, and it would be an opportune moment to be able, that Dina should be able to now to marry him and change his life. And it's also Nocha Knech, which I saw B'Shem Rabbi Klein, he wrote a shtickle that a woman has a certain koyach, like we saw by Rabbi Kiva, that she can find the midah toiv and mahapach the person. So in Meila, Rabbi Kiva was somebody that was hated Talmid Chachamim, and yet she was able to see the Tznu'umah, another Shmuez. But the koyach of this Yisroel boy saying all goes for the thought that Yaakov should have been thinking. It's my brother. What can I do? And if I can't cover this out, at least the grass. All the mahalkim, whatever we're going to say, from the beginning, even if he couldn't do anything, if he could do something, it's a bigger daina. But for the fourth one, he should have been thinking, my brother Esav Nebuch. Is it possible? Make the shackle of a tire. Don't bang the nail so quick. Have a shackle of a tire. Ulai. Okay, I pass it not. Or ulai. because I'm going to go now be nichnu rachamov. I'm going to go create an avid towards him. His heart's going to open up, and if his heart opens up, the koach of Dina will be able to change him for the fact that a woman can change a man. But that's only if he was thinking, what's going to be with my brother? What's going to be with my brother? My brother's going through a difficult matzah. He's a Rosh, but the mice, he doesn't want to be a Rosh. He's a Rosh, but he's been Avram Yitzhak Yaakov. He's a Rosh, but a Rosh can change. And if I'm thinking of that derech, Rabbi said, the cherpa and nosal kroiva, the cherpa, you did all what's possible. Was it possible? And what do you think? You think that it was insignificant, maybe. Esav's insignificant. He's a Rosh. Nothing can become of Esav. And Mela could be, that's the shot now. He went back to the Pachim Kanan, which we spoke in last week's Shmuez. That's insignificant things. You went back, you're so insignificant. What about Esav? Esav's malach comes to fight him right now. What about Esav? That was the malach coming to fight him for insignificancy, because Yaakov at that moment, it was noy klapi Esav with insignificance. So Lishitoscha, that everything has to do, what about me? So at that moment when he locked up you, that's when he got his Vayavo, with the Achaz, he was Olodov. At that moment Esav came to fight him. But whatever it is, Rabbi said, from here we hear it, Gvaldik Daher. And that goes with anybody, Rabbi said. We can't give up on anybody. And we have to always look out for the benefit of somebody else, Rabbi said. The benefit of somebody else, what's going on by Yad, Rabbi said. This is something we speak about in different Ifanim, Rabbi said. But here there's a big Daher, Ochiv, Rabbi said. Your brother, your family members. And it goes, Rabbi said, in the Yeshiva, everybody's like Ochiv. In the Yeshiva, to think what's going on by Yad. Sometimes you see a guy, he's not doing well. He's really not doing well. He's stuck. He's stuck to the bed. It's just he can't get out. He can't remove himself. So you think, what's going to be with him? Just let him sleep. Just let him sleep. Don't care about him. Let him sleep. Don't be mechazik him. Don't say a nice kind word to him. It could be you're an avrech. You never know, Rabbi said. There's a mokom, but it could be nichnu racha. He had to hear it. At that moment, he's in a mood to hear. You say a word to him, you never know it could affect him, Rabbi said. There are times that the words can get in, Rabbi said, and make an unbelievable effect on somebody. There are things that you could say, sometimes a nice hello, a nice goodbye, something sweet, something nice, but it's all because you really care, Rabbi said. You care about other people, and especially someone that you're interacting with, someone that's close to you, someone that's part of your family. A person has to understand that I'm responsible for people around me. Because Hashem put me in that matzah with other people. I'm not living for myself. If I'm around other people, I'm put into a house with other people. So the pshat is I should interact, and if I have an opportunity, I should affect them. And I put in yeshiva with other people. Oh, I never took kiruv lessons, Rabbi. What do you want from me? It's not about kiruv lessons, it's about showing you care. And at that moment, Yaakov showed he cared. He gave him matana. He could have affected Esav at a much deeper level. But it takes thought to think what's going on by Yenim. What's happening by Yenim? Is there a change? Can I change it? Can I do something about it? It's about activating the brain, Rabbi. About activating the brain in a way and taking it. We spoke about this so many times, activating the brain, and the British wants us to think about somebody else. We're so enwrapped with ourselves. We should be. We want to correct ourselves and make ourselves better. We want to finish Shas. I want to finish this. I want to do that. But the British wants us that we're responsible. We're responsible. Not only what it's a tefillah. It's not only it's a nice thing. It's a chesed. We're responsible, and that it was a tefillah on Yaakov Avinu. You want to be mizrach to migor yogur b'ol Hashem. That's what Hashem does all day. You know what Hashem does all day, Rabbi said? Every part of the day, he's doing one thing. One thing to do. Yes, the Bereshit. What is the Bereshit doing all day and night? 24 hours, 7? Thinking about other people. What can I do for this yid, for that yid, for this person? Sometimes we look at this right, it's really toiv, but the Bereshit is thinking all the time. So if you want to emulate Hashem, you got to think all the time. What can I do if you get him? And then people around you, the big responsibility. And for those of us married, the biggest responsibility is for our wife. We should think about what can we do. I always say on the way, this is something Bacham have to learn. On your way back from the koiler both side, you should be chazing some Gemara. When you get 15 minutes closer to the door, if you did something wrong, buy a football helmet, the new ones with good extra padding. But if you're a real, you think, what can I do? What can I do to make my wife feel good? So guys, I always tell people, sometimes, it's the anniversary tonight. Good thing I remembered, there was posters all over the little bedroom trying to remind me. I almost forgot. It's only our first anniversary, it was hard to remember. But Baruch Hashem, my wife put up posters all over the week. She reminded me 60 times that next week is our anniversary. So okay, he did a special thing, and he went out and he bought a carrot. Baruch Hashem. He knows his wife likes some carrots, and he went out special. Spent all the money he had on a carrot. Came home and he had it behind his back. Here it is, dear. Chew well. But on his anniversary, obviously he thinks of a nice gift, not a carrot. But a boy say every day when he comes home, I tell guys, why does that have to be? Why does that have to be once a year? You remember on the anniversary if you're lucky, if you got reminded well enough. Oh, it's my wife's birthday. It's coming up. It was 2 weeks ago. Sorry, forgot about that one. We'll catch the anniversary. Anyway, the kitza. So the Maisa. So what's he supposed to do? The boy say, what's he supposed to do? You go home. You wait home. Go into the store, but your wife likes chocolate, buy a chocolate bar. But it's not the anniversary. Who cares? You show your wife that you were thinking about her. She was slaving all day in the kitchen, making your beautiful hot roast beef sandwich for supper. What were you doing? Drinking a lot of coffee, Baruch Hashem. She was moist nefesh, all that coffee drinking. She has to deal with Nescafe. She has shares in Nescafe. Her husband's the all-time coffee drinker. But anyway, you, Baruch Hashem, even you worked hard, you learned very good, you had a good day, Rabbi said. You're on your way home, your wife's work, your wife's slave, you want to think about it. Think about that. You know what you're thinking about as you're on the way home? What's she going to serve for supper tonight? I hope it's not the pea again from Shmuez 21. I didn't get so full on that pea. I hope it's something more than the pea again. You're thinking, oh, is it this, is it that? You think one thing about it. You're on the way, you pass by the store, there's a chocolate bar, kef. You go ahead, you know what, my wife likes kef. So you think for a second, she was moist in that, it's not the anniversary, not the birthday. I'm going to take out and splurge those 6 shekel. You can do it, boss. I'm sure you can do it. It's only 6 shekel. There's a deal, 3 for 10. So the nice you can maybe buy 3 and give it out. Be smart. Don't give it all at once. She'll think you maybe she might think you're making extra money in the koila. Don't do it 3 at once. But buy it sporadically. But you come home with a chocolate bar. You come home with something nice. But it's regular day of the week. What happened? Stanley, Shimon. I mean, what happened? What is this chocolate bar all about? Well, dear. I was thinking about how much you do for me. So much. Oh, that's so nice. Because I was about to hit you over the head. That's so kind of you. I guess I'll put away the bat. That's so kind of you, thinking about me, thinking about someone else, thinking what's going on in my life, thinking about, am I getting any ruchnius in my life? You're steiging, what am I doing at home? I know I'm cutting a lot of vegetables, but that totally doesn't give me spiritual inspiration from cutting cucumbers into squares and making long carrot sticks. I don't get so much inspiration. So come home, I have a beautiful tape of an Apelbaum just gave about the bat and the bee, the bat and the pea, the beautiful shmooze, the bat and the pea. Please listen to the shmooze, get chizuk from it. Whatever it is, to think how somebody else out there that I can help, I could cause happiness, I could be nichmur rachamo, I could inject into them spiritual inspiration, spiritual hana, simcha, just a good feeling, Rabbi said. And that's what the Bereshim does all day. So let's do it a little bit. Yankov is punished. But again, he was because someone that's carved you, there's a big chiyuv. We're not asking you to go out into the whole world and buy chocolate bars for everybody. But somebody who's slaving over, someone that's doing, or someone that's korov, you have a chiyuv to make them feel good, happy, and therefore you have to think about that. Then when you come home, everything's off your mind, all your stomach issues off the mind, and you think about how I could help my wife at the table, my children, my this, my that, or that. This is something that a person has to learn to think about, and when he goes home, when he's part of his life, or that. Yaakov is nitzvah. Because he should have thought more about his brother, but he said, whatever way we want shot, we should think about others, get into our noodle that's so important by the Bein Yisroel. And God, so chomer, but by Yaakov, on his madrega, but our madrega, to think about people around us, but think what's going through their mind, but the more we do about the Bershom, take away problems from us. If we're busy with working on other people's problems, it's sidular, but that's the pshat. If he would have thought about Esav more, he wouldn't have had that problem, but we want to. We're always building, it's a catch-22, we're busy with our own problems, but maybe that's because we're not in tune to other people's issues, and we weren't tuned, and we help them work it out. The person removed the sorrows from us, the problems from us, the problems of Yisroel, to Chaim Toyim, the Arukim, the Bein.